All right. Looks like we are live, everybody. And just want to say thanks for joining us today. Now, we have a few things that we wanted to get into, but first wanted to say that we have been missing you guys. We took the last 2 weeks off from our hangouts and from our team meetings because of our baby boy, and just wanted to get a little bit of time in with him before we got back to the nitty gritty and really back into the grind. So now that we're back, it's Saturday. What's the date today? It's October 31st, of Halloween, of course, right? So today, we wanted to go over some things that were going to be helpful to you, that would give you a place to begin, give you somewhere to start, and get you to really see a situation solution based kind of marketing campaign. So that way, when you dig into who you want to talk to and who your target market is, you have an exercise that you can completely revert back to and just use as a template. And when you get this template and you start to really use it every day in your business, it's going to start to come as a second nature, and you won't have to actually use a template. You could probably make it more of your own kind of exercise, right? You can kind of hyper blend a couple of things that I'm teaching you versus the things that you want to do on your own. And then you can come up with your own way of doing this. But for today, it's just strictly to give you a template, a simple kind of step-by-step instruction so that you can have an exact idea of how to craft your message, so that when people search for something, you are the person that constantly comes up. You are the person that people come to when they're looking for a solution to their problem. Okay. And that's really how we're going to make our money inside of this business, is by being problem solvers. If you've never been or had that kind of mindset, then you got to just stick with the recruiting, take what the team is giving you and use the information and leverage the team, versus trying to go out there and become something that you're not. But if you want to make the big bucks, and I'm just going to be honest with you, if you want to make the big bucks, you want to go ahead and scale up and do things that, you see the top leaders inside the industry doing and get to that 6, maybe 7-figure level income, then you've got to learn how to solve problems for people. And the best way that I've been able to find out, and the things that we've been learning and through my experience really, is by getting inside the head or the brain, the mind of that prospect, of that customer, of that person with the problem. And so if we were going to jump right into it, I've been using this format for quite some time now, and I just wanted to give it to you guys because it's really helped a lot of things inside of my business become clear, so that when I wake up in the morning, I can craft my message, create my campaign, send it out to the right people, and do it knowing I'm going to get traffic, leads, and sales in the long run, right? Like that's really why we're here, is to learn how to generate more sales, to get more money, so we could bring our life to another level, increase our lifestyle, and do all that goods, right? So if you have not been creating the lead magnets like we had shared with you in the previous hangouts, then this might come a little bit new to you. It might be a little bit, it might be a little over your head. And so I encourage you to, after this hangout, go back and rewatch the lead magnet ones about how to create a perfect lead magnet and things like that, because it's going to help you understand what I'm saying a little bit more. What we're going to do today is craft my previous messages and refine everything that I've been telling you, so that you can have a clearer picture on what you need to do every single day when you wake up and you have something on your mind or on your heart that you want to share with somebody. You'll know how to craft it, how to put the exact kind of language in it, and that's going to help you get more sales. Okay, so take a drink and then we'll get started. First, let's share the exercise. Let's share my screen real quick. Okay, this is going to allow you to see what I have put up with what I've just created. And let me see. Okay, you should be able to see my screen now. And so the first thing that we want to do is let's say that everybody right now is going to stick with the internet network marketing niche, right? Folks that are looking for new ways or new ideas to help build their business online. Now, this doesn't have to be something that you only target people within our company. This could be people that you help in multiple different companies, online, offline. Doesn't really matter. What matters is that you craft is that you discover and you really identify the problems that they're having, which is what we call situations. Okay, so this is not something that I made up. This is an exercise that I actually learned through a training, and so it's been working really well. And I wanted to give that to you guys today. So if we wanted to dissect the major problems or situations inside of this industry, we can most likely start off with generating traffic, and that's going to be a big one. And then, of course, another situation would most likely be, obtaining leads. Just because you get traffic doesn't mean that you get leads. Another one would be converting those, conversions, and that would be the process of getting the leads into buyers, right? Another one might be building a team or keeping it together. Because I know that some people right now, a lot of people in this industry actually do not have mentors. They don't have uplines. They don't have company trainings that actually teach them how to build team culture. They don't have those kinds of things within their company. And then another one might be, say, not knowing where to begin. Okay. So these are just standard kind of issues that we all have. And if you just want to think about how you started, what were the big problems and what was the big situation that you came across when you first started your online business, right? When you joined this team, or if you're watching this and you're not a part of this team, what was the number one thing that you came across that stalled you from taking action, or that was really overwhelming to you at the very beginning? Okay, you're going to want to put those 5 things down because they might be different for you, but these are very standard situations that we have inside of this industry. And a lot of people, when you ask them, what is it that you're doing to generate traffic, to get leads, to convert people? What are your conversion rates? How are you building a team? How did you know where to begin? These are all going to be stuff that if you were asked that question, hopefully you can answer. And if not, then that's why we're going through this today. Okay. But the solution now we want to do is, because now we have the situations. So the situations are over here on the left, and you have the solutions over here on the right. Now you can do this on a pad and paper, or piece of paper or whatever. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be done on the computer. What I'm using right now is Lucid Chart, LUCID chart.com. And it gives you a free trial. If you want to go free, it gives you up to 5, what's it called? 5 basically flow charts that you can create. And, at once, where you can save them, and you can just delete them if you don't want them, and, keep them going or whatever. But basically what you can do is, take these flow charts, and you can create, sales flows. You can create your flow chart for your blog, for any campaign that you want to create. And the solution to what you want to do with the solution side is you want to take the situation and match them up one for one. So the situation over here for generating traffic, right? What would be a solution for that? Now, let's say that you want to mix in, because you want to give a solution. You want to have 4 or 5 solutions, 3 to 5 solutions for every single problem or situation. So let's just say that, for instance, you have Facebook PPC, and all that means is Facebook pay-per-click, which is you running ads through your Facebook fan page to an offer that you've created. Okay. And then let's say that you have YouTube PPV, which is the exact same thing, but using PPV, which is a pay-per-view. PPC is pay-per-click. PPV is pay-per-view. And maybe you want to use social media, right? So you have 2 paid, and we could actually, let's do 5 of them here. Okay, let's do 5 of them here. So you have YouTube, Facebook, let's say Bing PPC. You have solo ads, which are just you purchasing somebody else's list, somebody else's email list, and then you crafting an offer, sending them that offer so that they could then distribute that to their list on your behalf. But since it's getting sent from them, it's a more trusted source, a more trusted person, and they're most likely going to open up the emails if they have an active list. And those are questions that we'll get together, and I'll help you decide on, who the best solo ad provider is, and give you some questions to ask so you can kind of weed out the ones that are just trying to hustle you versus the ones that really are there to serve. And so you have solo ads, and then you have what I like to call the time-driven strategy. So you have social media. Okay, so the first 4 that I've given you are paid traffic solutions. The 5th one is a free traffic or a time-driven traffic solution. And so what you want to do is, since they have a problem with generating traffic, you want to give them the solution on the right-hand side. And so this is going to be their solution. Now you also want to do the same thing for number 2. So obtaining leads. So maybe this would be creating multiple lead magnets, blogging, videos, let's see. It's not even spelled right. Let's see this. So multiple lead magnets, and by lead magnets, all those are just offers or giveaways that are going to attract leads into your sales funnel. And what you're going to be doing is I'm going to actually show you that in the very next step. But to create the lead magnets, we're actually doing that right now. Okay, so I'm gonna explain to you why this exercise is so important and why it's so beneficial for you to take advantage of what we're sharing today and just go and run with it. Okay, because when you get done with today, you're gonna have access to not only how to craft your message, but you're gonna know where to place that message so that you can attract those people, so you can start getting leads, start getting the traffic, the leads, and the sales. Okay, this could happen as soon as today, depending on your budget and your time restrictions. So if you have plans to go trick-or-treating tonight, then you might not get as much done as the person who's staying at home grinding it out. Okay, so let's figure this out. You have those, let's say those three. So you have creating lead magnets, you could blog, you could do videos. You also have like things like Facebook chat, and we could just, instead of Facebook chat, let's put social media as well, because I'll explain more about how it is. So that social media can be broken down to Facebook chat, Instagram DMs, Twitter, things like that, to where you're obtaining leads through personal conversation versus you attracting people through the lead magnets or through your blogging, SEO, and things like that. You're going to be attracting them through your message and through actually reaching out personally and touching base with them. Okay. Number three, like conversions. Let's say that. Let's say a highly converting sales funnel. And this is one thing that not many companies offer. What they do is they offer you a sales funnel, but it's not really high converting. There's a lot of holes, a lot of plugs in it. And if you're not comfortable building out your own, or if you're not comfortable asking for help, then what happens is you end up missing out on a lot of those sales, because when people take action and join your list and they end up, let's say that, for an example, you're running an ad on Facebook PPC that's going to help people generate more traffic. Well, they opt into that list, but say you're using the company sales funnel and you're sitting here thinking that, okay, well, I'm going to offer them a 21-point giveaway, a 21 things that can generate more traffic for you before the end of the year's over, right? Something like that. It's very basic that I'm coming up with, but it's right off the cuff. And then say that you run the PPC ad to that, and somebody clicks through, they give you an email address, they receive the PDF download, but then nothing. There's no sale. There's no nothing after that, right? That's definitely going to be a painful way to lose people. Believe me. What you want to do is you want to learn how to convert those people who are already inside your funnel to buyers and to people who are going to be on your team. And that's the reason why you created the giveaway in the first place. It was also, it was to give them a value, but in return, you're hoping that they see the value you've given them is worth an investment into a new business or into your business, or to buy a product. And so with the highly converting sales funnel put in place, you're going to be able to have multiple variations. You're going to be able to have multiple aspects to it that really dig deep, and it'll catch over 90% of the people that are leaving your page without ever buying or not opening their emails or anything like that. Okay. So having the highly converting sales funnel is very important to obtaining higher conversions and to actually making more money. Okay. So that's just one of the things with conversions. Maybe you want to have, the solution might be, let's say learning, that's probably the biggest one, is a highly sales funnel, but let's say learning solution to better conversions. I don't know. It's a lot of stuff going on in my house right now. And so number 4, we'll come back to number 3 real quick. Number 4, building a team and keeping it together. So the solution would be creating culture, team hangouts, webinars, company events, local masterminds. Okay, so there's a few of them right there for that one. I spelled that wrong too. Culture, webinars, company events, local masterminds. Okay, and then not knowing where to begin, a solution to that would be finding a mentor, reaching out to your upline, hiring a coach, and What's another one would be, I would say, solution would be purchasing products that deliver, right? So if, or maybe not purchasing is the right word, right? Let's use investing because that's actually what we're doing when we do that. So investing products that deliver on where to begin. So you might want to have something that says, you might want to have like a person that says, somebody trusted, of course, but they might be sharing, that there's a solution, there's a maybe a 4-part series or something like that, or a product that shares with you, okay, well, this is where you begin when you have no upline and you have no coach and no mentor, but you still want to make it happen on your own. This is where you begin. Okay. Now maybe it's a course or something that you can become an affiliate on, right? So then you can share that solution with somebody else and still end up getting paid for it. And that's what we're all here for. We all know that our time's worth something. And so you don't want to just be giving out a bunch of free stuff all the time, as far as forever. Okay. Now you do want to be doing it all the time, but you want to be able to follow it up with stuff that actually pays you out a commission. And so that's why our products are so big and helpful, is because we have high-end products where you can get the high-end commissions. We have the lower-end products where you can get the lower-end commissions and just start to see results fast. You can start to really push your products into the area of people that really need our help. And so not knowing where to begin is a big deal. We have products that solve that. And so imagine, let's go back to see if we can get a couple more for the conversions. How they convert. Oh, here we go. Email follow-up sequences that are, that are tailored towards people taking action, maybe like an action-based sequence funnel where if they did this action, it's going to take them to this video. If they didn't take action, it's going to bring them back maybe at the beginning, or however it is that you want to do that. But all that can be done through simple software and, finding a person who can get it done. And, of course, us being here with the team, this is something that we have access to. So just reach out to me when you want to set up your follow-up campaign, and we'll help you as best as we can and get you started right away. Let's say another thing for conversions would be, you could also put in webinars, because a lot of people don't feel like they are getting that one-on-one kind of touch with other people. And so you could have selling webinars. So it's not a value-based webinar like you would for your team to keep it together. It would be maybe a selling webinar where you would actually, create a presentation. You take, a week or two to create this, and then you would promote it. You would send it out to your list. You'd send it out on Facebook, PPC, or maybe your social media, however you're running your ads. And then it would bring you more people in that are going to know, like, and trust you. And then at the end of the webinar, you sell them on either your business or a product. And you'd be surprised at how well that actually works. And a lot of people still in today's market, including myself, we do webinars, and they work really well. So now that we have these solutions, the situations and solutions, we have everything that we need to create our multiple lead magnets. So if you could see that in order to obtain leads, one of the things to our solutions is creating multiple lead magnets. Well, being new in the business and not knowing what a lead magnet is, or where to find the information to create one, or how to even do it, we're going to go into the next slide, which is going to show you exactly what it looks like. So what we did is we've taken now one specific problem, and we have now broken that down into 5 lead magnets. You see how that works? So these things right here, Facebook PPC, YouTube PPV, Bing, solo ads, and social media, those are all solutions to helping people generate more traffic. So what we could do is we go onto the next page, and it shows you that those 5 things over here are these circles. Okay, so lead magnet 1, lead magnet 2, lead magnet 3, lead magnet 4, lead magnet 5. Okay. This first lead magnet is generating traffic. Okay. This first lead magnet, I apologize, is Facebook PPC. So this lead magnet 1 would be geared towards maybe 7 simple steps to creating a PPC campaign that converts. And even if you've never ran a PPC campaign before, what you can do is you could do your research and you type in, profitable PPC campaigns, or the best person in PPC on Facebook. You Google these things, and you start to come up with these articles and these this free value. Okay, there's a lot of people out there that create this stuff already. It's already done for you. Okay, you don't have to go out there and test some stuff. You don't have to go out there and do that. Those are called case studies, which do very well. And once you can have your own case study, then you can actually use your own results and put that into the lead magnet. So you could say, check out how I got, 0.02, 2 cents per click on my first ever PPC campaign using these 3 simple tricks, right? That would be a case study that you can give away. But until you get to that point, just leverage the internet and use what's already out there. You don't have to recreate anything. So that first lead magnet that we've decided, given this example, is going to be Facebook PPC. So that would be something similar, like I mentioned, 2016 new PPC strategies, right, for Facebook. You might want that one in there, right? And then that's going to lead them to the giveaway, okay? That giveaway is just another word for your lead magnet. Your lead magnet is going to be the 7 steps or 21 steps to a highly converting PPC campaign, right? So that's how that works. So you see it's going from lead magnet to giveaway, okay? If you look beneath the giveaway, what you're going to see is this thing called a money page solution or money page. And this is the solution. So if you come back to here, this right here is going to be, the situation is going to be a situation for network marketers or for internet marketers, right? So this is the money page. So the money page, all that means is you have a money page that's broken down into 5 lead magnets, which means that this money page is going to be a reference to generating traffic for internet marketers. Okay, that's a money page. The money page is then broken down into 5 lead magnets, which are these 5 solution-based solutions. Okay, so you have all the ones that you just read right there, the Facebook all the way down to social media. That's going to be a breakdown of the money page that is solving a problem for people who cannot generate traffic. Then once they get into the giveaway, they're going to get taken to their one-time offer, okay, or to your one-time offer. And the one-time offer is going to be something maybe of maybe a coaching that you're going to offer them, hey, look, you take action right now, and I'm going to be able to take 30 minutes or an hour out of my day so that I can show you exactly the steps that you need to get started inside of your business and start moving fast, right? Now, that's a one-time offer because the fact that if they join your team or they buy your products after they get away from this page, you just have to stand strong and have that backbone and know that you're not going to offer that same kind of service, or else it wouldn't make sense to call it a one-time offer. But that one-time offer could be even, that one-time offer might even be to join your business at a certain level. And if they do, then they're going to get a certain amount of time or a certain amount of bonuses or something like that. But this right here is a one-time offer. And you're going to craft that in, whether it be, if you're with our company, we have something called InstaBuilder. If you have access to lead pages or ClickFunnels, or Instapage or Megaphone. I mean, there's a million different, there's a bunch of different resources out there that you can use. I personally, we use either ClickFunnels or Instapage right now, and those both work very well. ClickFunnels and I are having a little bit of problems, but they have a very seamless approach to getting it done. It's just getting it how it looks on the back end when you actually get it finished to make it look exactly the way it looks on your computer screen. That's kind of where I'm having an issue with those guys. So you might want to start off with Instapage first and then move your way up to ClickFunnels because it seems it's going to be a little bit more for like an advanced kind of marketer. Okay. Even though they claim it's not, but I'm going to be honest with you, it kind of is. And so you have the giveaway leading to the one-time offer. The one-time offer is going to lead to a thank you page. The lead magnet, the giveaway, the one-time offer, and the thank you page, they can all be created inside of those resources. Okay, so if you're using Instapage to build this, you're going to create a PDF, giveaway, which is going to be created in your pages or something like that, right? It's just going to be on your computer. You can make it in a notepad and convert it to a PDF, but you're going to add some pictures, make it some bullet points. You're going to make it attractive so that when somebody opts in and they actually receive that, you're going to get, some kind of positive response. That's what you're looking for. The moment that they opt in, right, they're going to get into an autoresponder integration, which means that they're going to get sent, these emails back to back every day for as long as you want to schedule them out for. I don't encourage you scheduling them out for more than 4 or maybe 5 days. You could schedule them out to where you send one email right away, the other email a little bit after that first email, and then every other day after that if you wanted to. But to be in front of them every single day, 2 or 3 times a day is actually a pretty good idea, because a lot of people are getting emails these days. They're on like a bunch of people's lists. So don't think that just because if they're on your email list that they're only on your email list. They're most likely on hundreds of other people's email lists, and it's very difficult for you to stand out if you only send one email every other day, right? So let me walk you through this again just to make sure we have everybody at the same place. Your first lead magnet is going to be built around the solution of Facebook PPC. In this example, you could use whatever you want here, but in this example, we're going to use Facebook PPC to solve the problem generating traffic. That's the lead magnet. We create a giveaway that's based around that and solves that problem. Then as soon as they opt in to receive the giveaway, they get taken to the one-time offer, which was created by you. This one-time offer is going to be a one-time offer that is offered, whether it be to join your business or to get a one-on-one with you or anything like that, right? The one-time offer, I encourage you, have a video on there. Don't just have a still static page with some copy on it that says, you know, this is why this is a one-time offer and this is what you're going to get. What you should do is you should make it a long form. Okay, this is what we're doing. We're doing videos on top and then making it a long form kind of one-time offer with a bunch of calls to action, meaning we're giving them an opportunity to either join us or buy from us multiple times throughout the copy. So the video is going to be up top, which if you can imagine, see if we can draw this. This isn't, okay, maybe this isn't gonna, see if we can do it a little bit smaller. Imagine this. Oh, let's see. Okay, so imagine that's the offer. Oh, thought it looked better. Okay, so that's the offer, or the video, I mean. And then you're gonna have a bunch of copy right here. So it'll be like hot words, and then it'll be a button to buy. So if we did something like, wow, okay. Again. I'm not trying to do that. Okay, let's try this. Sometimes it gets a little difficult. Okay, there we go. So imagine that. Okay, that's going to be your one-time offer page where it's going to have a video of you up here, a bunch of words, a bunch of copy is what we call that, a bunch of copy explaining why it is that they, you know, saying thank you for taking advantage of this offer. You know, before you leave this page, there's one thing that I wanted to share with you before you go. And then you give them the one-time offer, and then you give them a chance to buy, and you give them the strong call to action, and you say, hey, before you leave, and believe me, once you leave this page, this offer is gone forever. Click the button below so you can either see, you know, the company presentation, or so you can get access to my application to work with me directly, or to schedule your first appointment with me. That's going to be a 30-minute coaching call so that I can give you the steps that you need to be where you want to go in the next 30 or 60 days or 90 days or whatever it is that you want to run your business as. Okay. And so that's basically the format that you want it to look like. Okay. Then the moment that they end up opting into that, okay, it takes them to a thank you page where now you've created that thank you page with another video that says, thank you for taking action and joining the team, or for setting your appointment, or, you know, you want to make it congruent. So whatever it is that you're giving as the one-time offer, you want to make the thank you page thanking them for what they just did. So in the beginning of this video, you're going to thank them for opting in and receiving a giveaway. In this thank you page, you're going to want to give them a video that says, thank you for joining the team. And then you want to say something along the lines of, you know, if it's the team that they're joining, it's going to be something along the lines of, thanks for joining the team. You know, I just sent you your free PDF on how you can achieve a profitable campaign on PPC with these 7 simple steps. And I just want to welcome you right now. I'm going to give you a shout out onto our team hangout and to our call. I'm going to welcome you in and make sure to answer my phone, because I'm going to give you a call, or whatever, however you do this, right, to welcome people into the team. You want to give them that on the thank you page. You want to say, thank you for joining the team. I'm going to reach out to you so that we can get you started fast. And then you want to just explain a little bit about why they had made the right decision. And then you want to give them their next steps and say, okay, well, you want to look for an email out from me that says this, that's titled this. And, maybe you want to give them instructions on the very next team hangout. It's totally up to you. But right here, it's exactly what it's a thank you page for them taking action on the previous step. Now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky for some people because it's you don't want to look like an amateur. You don't want to look like an amateur and do something that's going to make it like if they opt in right now and they're part of your team and then they get this first email that is geared towards saying basically not welcoming them to the team, and they're just getting the same kind of giveaway that they would have gotten if they would have stopped here at this step, then it's going to look like you don't know what you're doing. So you want to make sure to have your email campaign set up with action-based sequences to where if they stop here on this page and they never buy, but all they did is they received their giveaway, then they're going to want to get an email from you right away saying, here's your PDF that you just wanted, or that you just, chose to download or you took interest in or whatever. And I wanted to just introduce myself. Maybe you want to connect with me on Facebook so you know I'm a real person. I'd love to be there for you, see how things are working, share my insight, my experiences so that you can get to a better place a lot sooner, or however you want to do that. But you want to make sure that in this first email, they have their PDF and they have a thank you for doing so. Now, if somebody opts in through here and goes through this process, they click the button and then gets taken to this thank you page, you're going to want to have the same kind, you're going to want to have it go to the email, right? To the same email, which would actually go here, right? To the email, to the autoresponder, AR, just autoresponder. So autoresponder integration, you're going to have that lead go straight here and then get pumped through here. But this will be through a second set of emails. Okay, this will be through a second set of emails. So if we were to make it, what would that look like? That would look like something like, I'm going to get to that next part in a second. And so that would look something like this: email PDF and welcome to the team. Okay. And then it goes right into there so that they can then get the same sequence. Okay, number 2, number 3, number 4. And these are all just value emails. These are just value emails. They might be emails from your YouTube videos. They might be emails from your Facebook posts. They might be emails about, your blog. It might just be, it's going to be something that's going to help them do something with the information that they just got. So the first email is going to have the PDF. The second email might say, here's another free couple steps, or a way for me to break down one of those steps inside of that Facebook PPC giveaway you just received. Here is a breakdown of one of those steps. And then maybe you want to break down each step and have each step in detail given to them in the following emails. What this does, it does so many things. It creates trust. You're giving goodwill. So you know that you're not expecting anything in return. What you're doing is you're offering something that they never knew about before that's going to help better their business with or without you as their team leader, right? And with or without you as them being on their team. And this is what people are actually looking for in today's market. They don't want to feel like they've just been jabbed or like knocked out with a bunch of offers and just like, buy now, buy now, buy now, buy now, buy now, which, I mean, I'll be surprised to tell you that I still get that every single day. I'm on a lot of people's email list, and I encourage you to as well. Go out there, find the people who you want to, learn from, and see how they're responding or not responding. See how they're sending out their message to other people every day. I mean, it surprises me at how many people just hook the hell out of people and constantly every day ask for the sale. Every single day ask for the sale. And it's like, to me, that looks like they don't really care about the people. They're not really even looking at them as real people. They're looking at them as like credit cards. And they're saying, you know what, I'm just going to blast these people my link, and I'm going to see who buys and who doesn't. And whoever does buy, I'm just going to leave them to the system because that's what I was taught to do. And the system, and that's why so many people are failing inside of this industry. And that's why I wanted to create this for you, because even if this does seem a little complex for you right now, and this is totally going over your head, just make sure to take the good notes. Get back to me if you want to reach out to me on Facebook, and I'll share everything that I have with you guys. Believe me, I'm learning so many new things every day that this stuff that I'm sharing with you right now, it's it's awesome, but I'm going to be learning more about it tomorrow, and I'm going to be refining it the next day, and I'm going to be sharing it with more people the day after that. So you just got to understand that there's a way for you to not feel like you're missing out on money, which is the reason why people don't share this stuff. The reason why is because they feel, oh, well, I'm going to have to make people pay for this because I paid for it too. Well, we've all invested into I mean, if you're listening right now, you're most likely invested sometime or some way into your business or into yourself. And by you taking the time out to learn from mentors and team up people who are doing it better, you're showing that you have what it takes to be successful, but you're just not being told the right thing. So, I mean, I'm going to end up giving you guys who's watching this and who's on our team, I give you guys everything that we're doing. And believe me, I'm not worried about how much you guys are going to be invested with me. I just want to see you guys succeed. And so if we were to go through this right now, we could all understand that this right here is another, this was an example that I was using for basically, solution 1 as a giveaway, solution 2 as a giveaway, solution 3 as a giveaway. I could actually get rid of that because that is probably confusing you guys. Let's see if we can do that. There we go. Okay, so there we go, and get rid of that one. And so there we go. Okay, so now we're looking at the 5 lead magnets that we created on this page that were geared towards generating traffic, solving that problem. And we know that the 5 lead magnets are right there. So 21 ways to create a PPC campaign that converts, 17 ways that show you exactly how to build your first ad on YouTube, and, or how to get your first 1,000 views, something like that. Being PPC would be something like, you ever battled against SEO, learn how to, never worry about that again. And you just pay to be at the #1 spot. You just outbid your competitors and create and craft your ads based off of what people who are already doing and succeeding. And you just model that, except for with our own product or service, and then just outbid the people who are on those keywords, right? Then you have solo ads, how to find a solo ad vendor, 7 questions to ask a solo ad vendor so that you won't get ripped off, right? That's another one. Social media strategies, right? So generating traffic for free, how I was able to get my first 10 leads on Facebook without a single dime on ad spend. Like these are just simple ad copy that you could create that you could use as a lead magnet. And now when you go back to this page, you've got all 5 of those created. You create those in Instapage or ClickFunnels or wherever it is that you feel more comfortable at. And then that right there is going to lead them to the giveaway. Okay. So the money page solution is just an overview, a general topic about the 5 problems that you're going to have. So this money page would be, this would actually be the problem. Problem would be traffic, right? So for this one, it would be traffic. So these 5 lead magnets are solutions to this problem. Okay. And the reason why we call it a money page is because you make money solving problems. And when you can be the person that people come to get their problem solved, you now become way more valuable than the person who does not do that. Okay. Because we have people inside this industry, as you know, that just sell products and don't really care about helping other people. And that is just the biggest crock that I've seen. And so what we need to do is we need to be different, and we need to be able to give value in a way that basically shares exactly what they need to do. Okay. And by starting with the money problem, with the specific problem, the money page with a specific problem, which is traffic in this case, we create 5 solution-based lead magnets to solve that problem. All 5 of these, if you can imagine, this one's going to go to the giveaway. It's going to be a different giveaway. This one's going to go to the giveaway as well, right? And so if you think about it, all these lead magnets are going to go to a giveaway, which is then going to go to a one-time offer page, which is then going to go to a thank you page, which is all at the same time. The moment that they opt in to get the giveaway, they're going to get uploaded into your autoresponder, whether it be Aweber, GetResponse, MailChimp, whatever it is that you're using. I personally use Aweber, and we're actually in the middle of transitioning that to a better place. But as of right now, that's the best one that we know of, that we're using currently. And so Aweber, we have, and then that's gonna send them automatically into the email sequence 1, email sequence 2, email sequence 3, an email sequence for. Okay. When they get brought to the thank you page, those leads who opt in through this page are going to get brought a separate email, but then get put into the same list that now offers them the same value that they had before. Now, mind you, that as long as you're not pitching the business opportunity to this list, you can put it back in here. If not, then you're going to want to keep this guy into a separate one. And this is going to be, because they've already been on your team. So this would be email 2, and this would be something like maybe first team meeting, right? So it'd be like first team meeting or coaching call or something like that. And so by doing it like that, you're going to be able to get a response from people who now can look at you and say, okay, well, I've opted in, I've bought, I've invested into his business. I'm in my back office, I'm doing this stuff. And then now you could say, email 1 PDF, welcome to the team, and then give them their, the first 5 steps on what to do. Okay, once you do that, that's going to allow them to receive the email from you. They're going to look at that and say, okay, well, I just joined this guy's team. He told me that I would end up hearing word back from him within 24 to 48 hours. But before he even did that, he sent me an email that said, welcome to the team, and here are your first 5 steps to do before we get on our coaching call, before we end up getting you into the team meeting. I need to know that you're serious about this business. And the only way that I know you're serious is if you follow these first steps. And the first steps could be, follow the training in the back office. It could be reach out to me on Facebook and like my fan page. Whatever it is that you want these people to do, you have them do. And then this is going to be basically their first test. And it's true, we all need to be tested, and we all need to know that we're here for the right reasons. So if somebody isn't willing to like you on Facebook because they feel that's too much of a step, most likely those are going to be the kind of people that are not willing to do what you ask them to do anyway, right? So you're kind of weeding out a lot of the folks that you're going to spend your time with. I can guarantee you that if I ask somebody to, hey, your first step is to like my fan page, connect with me on my Facebook personal page, and share with me maybe the reason why you got into this business, and they don't do any of those, or they do one of those things, then believe me, the chances of them succeeding inside this business are very slim. And you might look at that and say, that's pretty cold and cruel, Brandon. Like, why can you say that? Well, it's because how we do anything is how we do everything. And so when somebody says to you, oh, I didn't think it was important, well, that's also going to be their excuse when you share with them why you need to blog every day, or why they need to be in front of 50 people every day and getting their word out, right? They're going to tell you the same thing. Well, I didn't think it was important. Well, just don't waste your time on that kind of stuff. Okay. It's nonsense. So give them a little bit of tasks, give them some to do, and see who responds the best, and then spend your time with those people. And then right here, here's some stuff that you could do every day so that you don't have to worry about traffic. Now, the Facebook PPC can be done for, $1 a day, $2 a day, $3. I think minimum is $2 a day. So you could do $2 to $5 a day, and you can run ads to, whether it be your posts, your videos, or anything like that. And then what happens is you're going to be able to see the traffic. You're going to be able to see, okay, well, these people respond best to this. I get a better relevancy score with this, or I get more engagement with this. And then you scale that up. And by scaling up, all I'm saying is that you're going to strip away the stuff that's not working. So say you create these 5 lead magnets, and say you promote these 5 lead magnets on Facebook. Well, if one of the lead magnets is outperforming the other 4, get rid of the other 4 and stop wasting the money on the ad spend. And then the extra money that you've now gotten rid of on those other 4, you can dump into your one working campaign. That's what you mean by scaling up. Okay, you're going to want to invest more money into what's working and then get rid of what's not. You also have, Facebook chat, which I encourage you, if you are going to use this strategy, reach out to at least 50 people per day. Facebook only allows you to have 50 messages and per day given to you. And if it's more than that, then you kind of get slapped on the wrist, and they'll kind of tell you that you can't send any more messages for 24 hours or 48 hours. And if it gets out of line, they're just going to shut down your whole account because they're going to think that you're spamming people. But reaching out to 50 people every single day, 50 new people. So just if you're watching this right now, reach out to me and ask me, what is it that I'm doing every day to reach out to people? And I'll share that exact process and system with you. Okay. I have no problem with that. The other thing that you need to do is get on Twitter. And if you have one account, which is what most people do, that's totally fine. Make that your main account. Make that your main profile account. The other 10 to 15 that you create are going to be geared towards that one profile or pushing them to maybe Facebook. Okay. So you're going to have one active profile and the other ones are basically for advertising purposes. Okay. You could use TweetDeck. That's TweetDeck, TweetDeck, to better manage those accounts. If you want a paid software or paid automation software for Twitter, you can go to just unfollow. Okay. And that right there is going to allow you to see how to move at a faster rate. And then all I'm doing right now is, which has gotten me 2 signups and generated almost $700 for me just in the past 2 weeks, just using Twitter, has been just basically getting, following some folks and then having them follow you back and then putting hashtags out there, specific hashtags that you've keyword researched into your tweets so that you can get more followers every day. And then when those followers, when the people follow you, you send them with a message, and the message is going to have something that says along the lines of, you're awesome. Thanks for following. Happy that you found me. Now, I'm more active on Facebook. What I do here with Twitter is just something to, keep my value in front of people. I really love if you reached out to me. Here's my link. Shoot me a friend request and let's connect there. Something like that. You could also use it as a giveaway. I have a couple of messages that I throw out there where it's like, hey, if you're looking for more leads and sales inside of your business, then would you be interested in figure out a way to leverage the internet or to get majority of your lists and following to do the marketing for you? Or there's a lot of different things that you can use. I mean, you could use these 5 lead magnets as tester messages and craft a message behind them, stating the problem that you're solving, and then offering the solution right away, right? And then maybe not with a link to it, but maybe asking, would you be interested in learning more? Then wait for them to ask for the link. Okay, that's very powerful. Then you're going to want to do 1 to 3 YouTube videos per day. Okay, now this might seem like a lot because you're looking at me and saying, okay, we'll have to reach out to 50 people. I've got to create 10 to 15 accounts. I've got to make 1 to 3 videos. It gets easy. Believe me, it gets simple. I'm not saying to do this all in one day. What I'm sharing with you is if you're going to learn PPC, take 30 days to learn PPC before you reach out to the 50 people that you're doing this to, because this right here, reaching out to 50 people, is going to take you about 3 hours, because you're going to be, it's going to be 2 to 3 hour process, because you're going to be getting contacted during your time of reaching out. And when you reach out to these new people and more people are contacting you, what happens is you get stuck in the messages and you feel like you have to respond right away. And so what I encourage you to do is dedicate, maybe if it's 30 minutes that you have, do 30 minutes. If it's, 2 hours that you have 2 hours. But I would dedicate about 20% if you have no budget right now and you're looking to build your team. I would dedicate, 20 to 30% of your day to Facebook chat like this is. And the reason why I'm saying that is because people out there are doing this and they're doing it well. I know that I've, like I said, converted some folks into my business just in the last 2 weeks. And it's strictly from Twitter, getting them onto Facebook and chatting them with Facebook. That's why having multiple Twitter accounts is so beneficial to you, is because you're not using Twitter as a means of selling. You're using Twitter as a bridge to get them to come to where you are. And then you could really ask the qualifying questions to see how involved, how serious they are about their business. Okay. And then the YouTube videos, 1 to 3 YouTube videos per day. Believe me, those could be videos that you also run your Facebook PPC to. So if you created 1 video, you can actually put that on Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest. You could put that everywhere. Okay. And so you don't have to remake a bunch of videos every day. Just make those videos as they are and then put them where they need to be. Okay. And then Pinterest boards don't, they need to be about your niche. You need to have 1 to 2 to 5 boards about your niche, maybe 10 boards about your niche. And then, specific areas within your niche. Okay. And then multiple boards about everything else. You could have a family board, a traveling board, a interest board. You can have all these different boards that you need to make, which is going to attract eyeballs to you and what you're about, which is going to get people to ask, what is it that you do? When they start to ask that question themselves and you already have boards that are created, they're going to start looking at those boards and they're going to say, okay, well, he's in this company, he's in this business. Oh, well, let me go and research him a little bit more. They might even find testimonials. They might come to your Facebook page. So that's why it's so beneficial for you to be able to have a solid Facebook page, have a solid Twitter account, start creating YouTube videos every day. Because when people search for you and they do their research, they're going to need to know that you mean business. They're going to need to know that you are somebody who really is involved and stays there every single day. So now that you have everything that you need from today, the first step that you're going to have to do is this right here. You're going to have to build your first lead page offering your giveaway. Okay. And now you might want to have your hook say something like this, where it's like, discover why 95% of the people fail inside of this industry and how not to be one of them. That's just a simple hook that is, because the lead page is going to have a lead magnet. The lead magnet is going to be your giveaway. The hook is going to be an explanation that has nothing really to do with the giveaway, but shares why it's important for them to learn what you have for them. Okay. If you need any further explanation on that, just message me and I'll go into detail with you. But first step, build a lead page offering your giveaway, which is going to be your first lead page is going to be about traffic. Okay. And I should say, build your first lead magnet. Okay. So lead page, lead magnet, same thing. So build your first lead page offering a giveaway, which has the hook to it. Okay. So you're not just going to say, here's the 21 steps to this. You're going to want to say, discover, free report reveals, discover why 95% of the people fail inside this industry, not to be one of them, and how to use PPC to do it. How to use Facebook PPC to do it, or something like that, right? So this is going to be something that you want to start to build, and you need to have this build as soon as possible. It might take you 2 days to get the lead page offer giveaway. It might take you a few days to get your ad account set up, depending on how good you are with running and operating Facebook. There's free tutorials. You could reach out to me. There's a million different things that you could do to start to see results fast. And I can guarantee you that the moment you set up your first PPC campaign that's inside of Facebook, you're going to be able to have results that you can actually start testing and seeing what's working. Then if you don't have any money to run that PPC, what you have to do is still this first step. You've got to build the lead page, offering a giveaway, adding in the hook, giving the offer. And then what you're going to want to do is reach out to people on social media, whether it be Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, whatever it is. And you're going to want to offer your services. And the way you can do that is by asking them, hey, look, you know what? I see that you're in this X, Y, and Z business. How's that going for you? Most people in most industries are going to say, I'm going great. Then you could say, oh, well, you know what? Your products are awesome. Your company looks great. How many leads are you getting per day? And they're going to say, oh, well, right now, not enough that I should be, right? They're really not going to answer the question. Very few people actually give you a direct number. And what happens is now you've opened up a doorway. You've segued into a way where you can give them an offer. And you could say, hey, well, would you like help? If they say, well, I'm doing great. I'm getting enough leads. That's what I need. It's just enough. And you say, well, what's enough to you? I know that some folks right now, that the average industry right now is about 2 leads a day. For most people, most newbies are getting 2 or less leads a day. And so if he goes, well, yeah, I'm actually getting about 5. You could actually say, well, you're doing a lot better than the industry average. How would it feel if, would you like to know the simple trick or the 2-step system that I've been using to get 20 leads per day? Or would you like to know how you can take that from 2 to 20 with 0 time and zero extra effort? It's probably doing stuff that you're already doing, just maybe refining it a little bit. And they're going to either say, yes, send me the link, or they're going to say, no, I'm not interested. And if you have a problem with people saying no, I'm going to be honest with you right now, and I'm going to share with you that you're in the wrong business. This is not something to be afraid of. This is not something to be shy with. You've got to be able to tell people exactly why you're there and that you're there to help. It's not that I'm going to blast them with my link and say, here, this is what you need. No, that's rude. What you need to do, and what we're doing with our team, is we're being able to help them by unveiling the layers, by asking questions. When you ask questions, it gets them to see the problems that they have. So what you've done is you've implanted the idea into their head, and you've got them to realize that they do have a situation at hand that they need a solution to. Now you just offer that solution. Okay. So whether you have an ad budget or you don't, it doesn't matter. You can get this started today, and you can start to actually see results as soon as tomorrow, depending on what you're doing. And like I said, even with the free strategy, you go in there and you start friending people on Twitter, you start following people on Twitter, they start following you back, you start messaging them, you will see results. Now, they might not be exactly what you want, because, you might be brand new to this, or you might still be working on your whole communication skill. But the more active that you are on your social media sites, the better you're going to get with communicating. So that's basically what we have for you right now. Let me come back to this, and there we go. Okay, so that is what we have for you today, and I just want to say thanks for taking time out. Our next meeting is going to be at Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern time, and by you being there, we're going to go ahead and go into a deeper training. Okay, we're going to go into a deeper training on what it's going to take to generate leads or traffic, leads, and sales inside of your business. We're going to go over maybe a few different tricks. Like I said, we're learning new things every day. And so I don't really know what we're going to talk about in Wednesday. I'll let you guys know on Monday, Tuesday, or, maybe even the morning of. But just know that we have our next meeting Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time. And it's going to be able to get you in one of those 3 sales. It's going to improve either the traffic, the leads, or the sales. And that's what we're going to go over every week from now on. With the recruiting involved and everything like that, there's going to be added bonuses into these trainings. But for every week from here on out, you can count on getting strategies that are going to get more traffic, which will give you more leads, which eventually will lead to more sales. And we know that that's why you're here to learn about that. So I just want to say thank you for showing up today. Hope you took some great notes. If you have any questions, reach out to us in the Facebook group. If you haven't been added to the Facebook group yet, just reach out to us and I'll add you. I have no problem with that. And yeah, so there we go. I hope you guys had some fun today, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Take care.